an overview of the programs.
I believe the protocol is already established. So I go ahead with my overview. Welcome everyone to the Certificate Day of C.A.L.S. As we reflect on the significance of this day, it's essential to acknowledge the divine guidance that has brought us to this milestone. As Zig Ziglar once said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. These words of wisdom resonate deeply to me, especially on a day like today, as we celebrate the achievements of our trainees. We gather here to celebrate the hard work and dedication of our trainees and their instructors. For everyday plumbing, Mr. Sherwin Xavier; budding and grafting, Mr. Cyril John; traditional wear sewing, Miss Catherine P.A. Louis; traditional headpiece, Miss Delia Kafi Weeks; commercial food preparation and service, Mrs. Joanne Durant; small engine repairs, Mr. Ignatius Mitchell; and food preservation, a team of instructors, Mr. Fitzroy Celestine, Miss Nathalie Charles, and Mrs. Joanne Durant. Thank you for making yourself available in your busy schedule. These skills not only provide a means of economic empowerment, but also foster a sense of pride, self-reliance, and confidence. As Nelson Mandela said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Our trainees have risen to the challenges, and we are proud to recognize your achievements. I would like to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to our donors, both local and international. In a special way, I need to acknowledge whose generous support in cash and kind has made it possible for us to provide these training programs. The Nagal Solidarity Fund, through which C.A.L.S was able to organize these training programs. The Nagal Solidarity Fund was established in honor of Nano Nagal, the foundress of the Presentation Sisters in Ireland. I feel happy to share with you that the connection between the Caribbean islands and the Presentation Sisters began when Nano Nagal was alive. Her catechists seem to have arrived in the Caribbean, and we think they could have been in the island of Montserrat. My heartfelt gratitude goes to the Lakeshore Catholic School, Mr. Bob Hartings from the Piqua Parishes Mission Group in the US, and the Presentation Sisters, Newfoundland, Canada. Thank you to the Diocese of Roseau for providing the building rent-free for the mission of C.A.L.S. The annual subvention received from the government of Dominica, the support of the agriculture station at 1 mile, the Chinese mission, the contribution from Social Security, Social Welfare, the Central Cooperative Credit Union, the APP Electricals, the Elias Nassif Foundation, and Secret Bay. Your contributions have made tangible difference in the lives of many trainees who have gone through C.A.L.S and are with us today. We are deeply thankful to each one of you. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the representatives from various youth groups in Dominica. Thank you for your presence with us today. I want to acknowledge the timely support, hard work, and guidance of our board of directors, both past and present. Their leadership and vision have been instrumental in shaping the mission and programs of C.A.L.S. To our staff, Ms. Rosemary Lamoth, Mr. Augustus Lloyd, Mr. Ignatius Mitchell, Mrs. Matilda Cathy, Ms. Cynthia Prince, and Ms. Sharina Laville. Your love for C.A.L.S and your hard work will never go wasted as you continue to reach out to our youth of Dominica. I would like to acknowledge the support, guidance, and cooperation received from Mrs. Olivia Douglas from 2018 till today. Your love, passion, and commitment for the vision and mission of C.A.L.S will never be forgotten. Thank you so very much, Miss. I express my sincere gratitude to the friends, volunteers, collaborators, and well-wishers of C.A.L.S. Without your generous support and commitment, C.A.L.S cannot continue to exist. Thank you for your dedication, expertise, and passion for empowering the youth. Your hard work and support have made lasting impact on our trainees, and we are grateful for your commitment to the mission of C.A.L.S. To our trainees, once again, I congratulate you on your achievements and thank you for putting your trust in C.A.L.S. Your hard work, perseverance, and determinations have paid off, and we are proud to have played a part in your journey towards empowerment. As we present these certificates today, we are not only acknowledging your newfound skills, but also inspiring you to continue striving for excellence and pursuing your passions. Remember, you are empowered with skills and you are inspired for the future. Thank you all once again for your presence and support. Let us continue to work together to inspire and equip individuals for a brighter future. Congratulations once again to all our trainees, and may you go forth and make a positive impact in your families, communities, and the world at large. Blessings and thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Sister, for highlighting the various training programs and the instructors assigned to the various programs, and more so for expressing gratitude to all donors, instructors, and partners who made these training programs a success and have assisted C.A.L.S over the years. So thanks again, Sister. At this time, we now call on Miss Carlin Rule, who will bless us in song. Please welcome Carlin Rule.
From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and snow-capped mountains bright. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagles take flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope, it's the voice of peace, it's the voice of every man. From a distance, we all have enough, and no one is in need. And there are no guns, no bombs, and no disease, no hungry mouths to feed. From a distance, we are instruments marching in a common band, playing songs of hope, playing songs of peace. They are the songs of every man. God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. My God is watching us. God is watching. God is watching us from a distance. From a distance, you cry, my friend, even though we are at war. From a distance, I just cannot comprehend what all this fighting's for. And from a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope. It's the love of Lord. It is the heart of every man. My God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. My God is watching us. God is watching. God is watching us from a distance.
Indeed, God is watching us and watching over C.A.L.S as well. Thank you, Sister Roll, for this beautiful rendition. As we move through our agenda, we will now have an address by Mrs. Natalie Charles, Sister Nate. So Natalie's sister, Nate Charles, Nat, better known as Nat, Sister Nat, is a towering figure in the Caribbean health and wellness arena, affectionately recognized as a front runner and a trailblazer. For over 4 decades, she has carved a prolific path as a visionary, researcher, educator, wellness practitioner, development activist, and green entrepreneur. A true revolutionary thinker, Sister Nat has dedicated her life to holistic health and sustainable living. Her pioneering work in food and nutrition development has garnered regional acclaim, and most notably for her creation of over 500 products derived from local agricultural produce and medicinal herbs. This feat has cemented her status as a premier pioneer in the Caribbean wellness industry. Beyond product development, Sister Nat is a dedicated community builder. She served for over a decade on the Dominica Food and Nutrition Council and as Vice President of the Dominica Health and Wellness Association. Her life's work has been celebrated with numerous awards and featured in documentaries and magazines across the region and internationally. A biological mother of 6 and a spiritual matriarch to many, Sister Nate described herself as a self-created student of nature. To her, this career is not just a profession, but in her own words, an activity of the soul. We now welcome Nathalie Charles, Sister Nate, to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Special recognition to those who are present here in an official capacity. And first, I want to extend huge recommendations to C.A.L.S for their sterling contribution and their lifelong dedication to the cause of youth development in the northern part of the island. Not forgetting the graduates whose achievement is also being celebrated here today. Yes, so now for the next few minutes, we are going to take a broad look at the whole question of food development and food security in Dominica, right? Now, as we do so, I am reminded of a video that came out recently on social media. It's a video that singled out Guyana as the only country in the world that produces all its food, right? So what an accomplishment this is, right? And the whole world is going, well done, Guyana. Because when a country manages to achieve that level of self-sufficiency in food needs, that is truly an admirable feat. Now, as someone who has worked for more than 4 decades in the field of food development, I want to say to all of us that it is my utmost conviction that here in the Nature Isle, we are fully qualified to achieve this milestone. I want to say that food development and food security should be a top priority consideration. Now, we have the qualifications, we are fully qualified to do what Guyana has done, but have we done so? No, we have not. So we need to ask the question, why? What has Guyana gotten over Dominica? Let's break it down a bit. Let's take a quick look at Guyana and let us connect some dots very, very quickly. Guyana has a landmass of 83,000 square miles with a population of some 800,000 people, right? So Guyana had the land, they also had the people. Here in Dominica, but there is some statistics about Guyana that says that the interior of the land is covered with pristine forests And 90% of the population, they reside along the coastline. Doesn't that sound like Dominica to you? Very much? Yeah. Because look at the distribution of the villages. You will see that the center is the huge forested area, and then we all live around the edges, just as Guyana. So there is a lot of similarity that we can pick up. But the point that we want to focus on is, why has Guyana done it and why haven't we, when we have similar qualifications? So there is one thing that we need to focus on that probably can help us to answer the question, why Guyana, why not us? Because we seem to be fully qualified. Why not us is about the question of something called the will, the power of the will, right? And having the will to do anything is usually hinged, it's usually linked to first having a vision of that thing that you wish to activate. Now, once you catch the vision and you begin to believe in it, then you become self-empowered, you become self-propelled, and you are in a position to take the necessary steps and to do everything that is needed to put some legs and some arms on the vision and begin to put life into it so that the vision becomes a reality. So it seems to me, and I'm sure that most of you will agree with me, that what we are lacking, that Guyana probably ran away with, is the will to activate the vision. First, to be able to see the vision, to be able to lock into the vision, download that vision, and run with it. So this might seem to be the problem that we are facing. And to cement that point, allow me to share a little story about agriculture, something that took place in agriculture during the decade of the 90s. And I think by illustrating that story, it will become very clear that Guyana has nothing over us. We just need to actually put in place something called the power of the will. I'm talking about, let's go with me to the turn of the decade of the 90s, just at the turn there, in the early 1901, 1902. Now, something happened in Dominica that was really tragic. The EU took a decision to remove the preferential duties, the preferential coverage that we had enjoyed for many years, and women in the whole of the windward chain in the banana industry. There was a special preferential market, niche market, that small producers not as big as Dole and Chiquita, we could enjoy a space in the banana market, and we were able to produce for the big market. What happened at the turn of the century, I'm sorry, not the turn of the century, the turn of the decade of the 90s, the EU took a decision to remove that protective covering. And we were thrown onto the big market, and we have, it's like small fish, trying to battle against big fish in the big ocean. And we were thrown on our own, we were left on our own, and that took a major toll on the banana industry. As a result, some 6,000 farmers, their livelihood became threatened immediately. And we moved from banana boom to banana doom, right? At that point in the agriculture sector, we were facing a crisis. And the Ministry of Agriculture, they were pulling their hair out. Everyone was like, what do we do? the ministry took a decision, well, we have to forget about bananas if we can't sell them anymore, and we'll do pineapples. All right? Now, with my background in food development, I said to them, pineapples? I said, the bananas are already in the ground. The market has shifted. So much our vision. The bananas are already there. What we need to do right now is banana diversification. We need to take those bananas in the soil and turn them into agro-products. That's what we need to do. Anyway, that did not sit so well with the decision makers. And so, because I was the one who had the vision and I believed in that vision because I knew that was the way to go, I downloaded some grant funding from USAID, and I started what is called a pilot scheme in banana development. It was a scheme to assess the processing potential of bananas. It was a 2-year pilot. It was funded by USAID. We were able to acquire all the equipment that we needed to carry on this research and development project. We were equipped with transportation. We were equipped with everything we needed. So I was able to enlist the services of 8 young women on island, and together with my ladies, we went into the factory shed at Bank, and we began what was called the Banana Diversification Project in the year 1993. Now, the funding agents had made it very clear to us that after the expiration of the 2-year trial run, that if we qualify, then we could turn the trial run into a commercial entity, but that would have to be coming with the support of our local financial institutions. So we ran the pilot for 2 years, and during that time, just to sum it up, we developed over 87 products from green and ripe bananas, right? There was a particular snack line that we developed that we marketed to 5 schools in nearby locations for test marketing. But eventually, the trial period came to an end, and when it was time to turn the project into a commercial entity, we approached the financial institution. And what I was told is, Sister Nats, it's such a great idea, but I think you are ahead of your time. Who will eat banana raisins? Who will bake with banana flour? You know, it's not going to work. We're not going to fund this project because it's not going to work. This is what the financial institution. So I'm sharing that little story in relation to vision and the will. At that time, the banana industry could have gone in a whole different direction. Am I over my time? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up. But I just wanted to emphasize the importance of having the vision to believe in what needs to be done at this time, and also the will to activate. There is much more that I would love to share, but we'll save that for another forum. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. C.A.L.L.S, for those inspiring words on the vision of food security. Thank you so much. So as we move on, a graduation is not complete without hearing from the people at the heart of the journey. Please help me to welcome a trainee from each of the groups to share the experience of the program. So they will be very brief, 1 minute each trainee. So we will now call on a trainee from the traditional headpiece. Please come forward to share your experience.
Protocol has been established. Good morning to all. Growing up as a child, I was taught to love and embrace my culture. From attending cultural practices with my cousins at the Portsmouth markets, going to cultural shows at the Fabric Crucible, and wearing full national wear on Creole Day. As I got older, a desire to learn to tie traditional headpieces became an interest. I began practicing on my own and looking at tutorials from Miss Ellen Burton. I would look at headpieces on people's head and try to imagine the steps to make them. I made my daughter's first traditional headpiece when she was 2, based on the little knowledge I had, and to my surprise, it came out good. I continued to look for flyers offering the classes, and by the time I would end up seeing one, it was either after the class was almost done and it finished. One day I came across a flyer from C.A.L.S and became excited. On the 9th of August 2024, classes began at C.A.L.S with facilitator Mrs. Delia Coffeeweek. My passion was now turning into reality. We did not just learn about tying headpieces, but the history of the Madras fabric, our national wear, and the 8 of us women from Portsmouth, including Mrs. Week, have developed a closeness. The Madras fabric got its name from a small community in India called Madras. Madras is a weave, and it is the number of threads used. During my class, we were taught to tie 11 traditional headpieces. Mrs. Wick, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Vople mawe, cod maweyam, the tête froissée, which is the French head, papillon, adult butterfly, papillon vierge, virgin butterfly, soleil levé, rising sun, lavantaille, fan, revolver, tête cassée, 1, 2, 3, and 4 pick, tête chou-pomme, cabbage head, which is my favorite. We wear our headpieces as crown, and every cloth gives its own tie, meaning you will not get the same tie whenever you tie a headpiece. Taking these classes, I had no regrets. The information and knowledge gained was rich. Mrs. Wiggs did an awesome job, and her students sure did learn well. I know she's more than proud of each one of us. This was an open door and a start of a new beginning in my life. In November of 2024, I was able to create traditional headpieces for persons both here and abroad. My heart was filled with pride and joy, especially when I saw my work was being worn. Today, I stand as a proud student of Mrs. Wick, forever grateful for the knowledge you have passed on to us. Now we can put into practice and teach others as well. Thank you, Mrs. Delia Coffeeweek. Continue to keep our culture alive. Thank you to C.A.L.S for seeing the need to offer this class in Portsmouth, hoping to see more classes offered about our culture. Lastly, to the 8 of us that took part in the class, we have developed a bond and look out for each other. Remember that laughter and frustration when the headpieces did not tie properly. We had a great time. Thank you for not missing a class and making it successful. The experience will always be treasured. God's blessings to everyone.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Mitchell. As we now move on, we now call for someone from the small engine repair group.
Good morning to all. I am Marasuba from Penfield, a proud trainee from the small engine repair class. And to take the time out to say a special thank you to Mr. Igner for training me in the course. I also want to thank the staff of C.A.L.S for putting me on this training, which is very beneficial to me. Some of the units will follow principles of occupational health and safety in the environment, perform routine housing, keeping duties, use and maintain workplace, tools and equipment, perform manual handling and shifting, prepare for general servicing or repair of small engines, service chain coating system, to name a few. Classes were held 3 times a week. It was in the afternoon, which gave me the opportunity. It was in the afternoon, which gave me the orders and time to go work in the morning and come to class in the afternoon. Mr. Igna explained everything to us very well, so we could understand and we asked all the questions that we needed to know. Mr. Igna was big on the attendance and punctuality. I was accustomed to this as I have been a course trainee from the 2-year program and also the furniture making class. Course teaches us not only skills but other things which we need to learn from work and life. I am satisfied with this, what I have learned during the 4 months of class. Although it was a short time, we all received some success and we're ready to move on. In conclusion, I want to thank everyone here for the support of this graduation and all who made this course possible. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. We now call on someone from food preservation.
Good morning, afternoon. Okay, it's afternoon. Good. It's still morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Olivia Daniel, and here is my impression of the course Food Preservation Training. The course comprised of 4 modules and 2 guest speakers over 6 months, from June to November. Our introduction was with Mr. Fitzroy Celestine. Everybody knows him as C.A.L.L.S, a jovial and knowledgeable individual in woodworking. Yes, we had to build a solar dehydrator. He explained the necessary and the necessity of the dehydrator to the course and to our personal life and the community. He taught us about the importance of having one and knowing how to build one for availability in an instance of climatic disturbances such as hurricanes. We were introduced to different aspects and different types of woods and their behaviors to the weather, the use and safety of manual and electrical tools and machineries. He told us of the do's and don'ts in the workshop for our protection and for that of others. We had to measure. Measurements had to be precise, and it was necessary to minimize waste of material because there is a cost to wastage. In order to have a good final product, measure twice and cut once. The solar dehydrator at the back was used in drying many of the fruits, herbs, and vegetables used in the next phase of the course. Our second instructor was Miss Natalie Charles. You just heard Sister Nat. And she is a national and internationally well-known treasure. She is very vocal for using what we grow and produce in Dominica. On the first day, we were introduced to produce like banana raisins, carambola prunes, and fruit cakes made with these items. Wow, these were delicious. It was so delightful listening to Sister Nat and her extensive knowledge of products and recipes to be made from the fruits and vegetables grown right here in Dominica. And she explained to us how we can utilize them in eliminating waste of produce, developing national and regional markets, building our economy, having a source of income, growing healthy children, and individuals who lived long and healthy lives, and making delicious meals for our families. Her knowledge and passion for utilizing what we have is surely contagious. We, the learners, look forward with anticipation for her book, which is sure to be a national treasure. Some of the items which we made in this section of the training was composite bread and cakes made with combination of wheat flour and local flour. Flour out of breadfruit, dasheen, cocoa, sweet potato, red nuts, cassava, and coconut. We also made some fruit leathers with guava, snacks for children, with guava, banana, and carambola. I can hear Sister Nat throughout our session saying, our message needed to reach the right ears. We desperately need factories in Dominica, and we can do much more with our local produce than just ship overseas on cargo ships. Thank you, Sister Nat. As we continued our course, Miss Joanne Dua deposited her vast educational experience of food safety and security, do's and don'ts in the food preparation and preservation business. She gave us a taste of her homemade preserved wine. From the get-go, she taught us the principle of food preservation includes sterilization by heat, dehydration or drying, and treatment with chemicals such as sugar, salt, and vinegar. We were encouraged to make preservatives, jams and jellies, chutneys, wines, and others which you will have seen right behind there, using our local fruits, vegetables, and ground provision. We pickled meats and fish in different ways. And I quote one of our learners, yes, our sorrel sweet potato juice is a sure winner. We were always encouraged by Miss Durand to make our own recipes, since she had already given us the basics. We used every part of the fruits and the vegetables to make something with very little or no waste. We were always reminded by her, prevent waste, make money, enhance self-skills, improve health, and have a more delectable cuisine. We moved on in our course, and our next facilitator was Miss Donna and Mr. Don Mitchell. This was the final leg of our training. Miss Donna shared some of her expertise on the proper buying, handling, storage, and preservation of fish and meats. Imagine my surprise when she said, "Now we are going to leave some fish to spoil." This was a shocker. But this was to encourage and to ensure that we know what it is to know about bad fish and what to look for when we are purchasing our fish stock. We learned the following for fish and meats: identifying, selecting, cleaning, storing, preparing, packaging, brining. The most intense and exciting part of the actual smoking process was Mr. Don, who handled with ease. Imagine our excitement that we could enjoy fish and chicken that we smoked ourselves. As part of the information and education sessions, there were two guest speakers: Mr. Cletus Joseph from the National Development Foundation of Dominica, NDFD. Mr. Joseph advised us why we were taking such a course in the first place. Also, the best way to get ahead, he said, the best way to get ahead is to use the one you have. Stick to the principles of business when you are in business. How to consider the cost of your final products, how to entice people to buy, and how to build customer loyalty and satisfaction. He educated us on the services available at the NDFD. It is a must for me to mention that after Mr. Joseph was presented with one of the local wines prepared in our class, immediately he said, Miss Prince, that he was going to provide us with labels for our produce for the graduation free of charge. The following day, Miss Prince received correspondence to include a site visit to view the products that were available. The chain began until today through Mr. Joseph and his hard-working team at the NDFD. Our products are shining brightly at the back. Next, we had Mr. Heinrich Anslem from the Bureau of Standards delivering an interesting and informative session. Mr. Anslem is quite spirited, and it was a pleasure for those present to request another round of insights after his first presentation was completed. He had our full interest. We learned about the Bureau in Small Business Development, the inspection units, the certification units, the standardized development units, among others. We learned about barcoding, good manufacturing practices, raw material control, packaging, and labeling materials. I know that I may now be putting C.A.L.S business outside, but we believe in giving people their flowers while they are alive. Mr. Anselm was on vacation when contacted to lead the session at C.A.L.S. He immediately responded, and I quote, "I will do it because it's C.A.L.S." Mr. Anselm, we truly appreciate what you did and look forward to another session with you as we plan our futures. I must commend Ms. Prince and the C.A.L.S family for presenting such a relevant and timely course to the public in a time when there are so many threats to the availability of food, such as droughts, floods, storms, conflicts everywhere, corruption, political and trade barriers, disruptions in supply chains due to pandemics or economic instability, food shortages, and high prices. Knowing how to preserve what we grow in our backyards, our gardens, and our farms will help us to minimize waste and add money to our pockets. It will help us to have well-prepared, tasty cuisine even in times of scarcity, and assurance of knowing what is in our food and its nutritional value, using what is present in our markets, enhancing the flavors of our foods. The peace and empowerment that this gives us make food preservation timely and relevant in the best of times and for the worst of times. I believe that I speak for all the participants when I say that these past 6 months were long and tiring at times, but always fulfilling and rewarding. With so much knowledge imparted, so much oohs and ahs, wows and wows, smacking of lips, and delicious. I cannot say how many times I heard delicious. Personally, this is one of the best courses presented to me. I encourage everyone to register as soon as there is a calling for the next one. So I just want to thank all of our tutors for imparting your knowledge, for not going to your graves with what you know. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Daniel. And as we move on, we now call on another training from the traditional wear sewing to share with us your experience. This time we want it very brief, so try to condense as much as possible. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. I'm Sarah Seaman, traditional wear sewing.
After I was made redundant from the Ross University School of Medicine, sewing became my plan A. As a seamstress, I wanted to explore different styles of fashion in that field. Our national wear was one high on my agenda. Miss Prince told me that there was an aged lady who is willing to teach people who are interested in sewing the web duet. She is willing to help them so that the culture of sewing the national wear will be handed down and continued. One afternoon, Miss called me to say that they got the tutor to teach how to make the national wear. Right away, I told her that I am interested. I was the second person to register. Miss Velma Vidal of Salisbury was the instructor. This lady is in her 80s. What a talented woman. She taught us the little tips to go along to ensure a perfect dress. Patience. Base every piece of clothing before taking it to the machine. Measure twice. Place the cloth on your measured pattern to make sure it is accurate. To me, the class was very good, very interesting. I even invited a friend to join the class, and here she is graduating with us today. It's Miss Olivia. Our tutor even encouraged us to form a club. Soon we will be having an international airport. We can have our national wear readily available for the market. I want to thank CA.L.S for the modules and Miss Velma Vidal for teaching us how to work with fabric and turn it into a beautiful outfit, the web duet. Thanks to all.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Seaman. And as we move on, we now call on someone from boarding and grafting, a trainee. Please come forward to share your testimony.
Good morning, everybody. I am Peter Nicholas from Trafalgar, and I was very happy that Peter John called me on my phone and told me about the grafting and boarding, which I highly appreciate. And I took part in it, live in Trafalgar every Thursday, to Kolibisri to do the grafting and boarding. And it's a good adventure, it's a good thing to learn. You always have to be on the practicing, doing boarding and grafting. You always have to be learning doing it, because it's not a thing you only catch up one time. Because my area have a lot of rain, and when you do it, sometimes you don't catch. So you always have to be at it. And I thank C.A.L.L for introducing that program into Dominica. We are a lot of farmers. We'll be having a lot of agricultural produce in the garden and sell plants for other farmers. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, sir. And lastly, we will call on a trainee from the plumbing program.
Good morning, everyone. Short one, no have to be too long, eh? Short must be short. Yeah, good morning, everyone again. So my name is Jean-Luc Privilo. So special thanks. Thank you for your presence today. Special thanks for the government in Dominica. And all of them calls, supporter in calls. So include the staff management of course. Brief. Today is the best occasion for me to talking about plumbing. Plumbing, so before I know a lot of things about plan, so I do in construction already. So now when I go in class for plumbing, so I know more better than what I had known before. So yes, so today I want to tell you the class. I was enjoying the class. I enjoyed the class properly. So I know all of them is go the same way with me. Yeah, enjoy the class. So we learn how you can make a kitchen, or you can make plumbing in kitchen to put this in and repair. So a lot of troubleshooting in the kitchen, also in the bathroom to put to install the toilet and repair them. So yeah, for that thing again. So we learn to make the list about the material so we need to work. So we working on connection how you have to connect and two water tank together to give you things. Or we know we get some theory about hot water in the bathroom, in the kitchen also. So I appreciate the class. Today I want to say thank you for Mr. Shane Williams for all that he had did in the class to helping us to enjoy the class. Thank you in the name of them Chena, in the name of C.A.L.S, in the name of the community. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Jalu. And as we listen to these testimonies, I must say, graduates, remember you are empowered with skills. So go out there and create a brighter future for yourself, your families, and community by extension. We are so proud of you. Thank you. As we move through our agenda, we will now have a congratulatory message by Mr. Roll Leslie. Let's call on Mr. Roll Leslie to the podium. Mr. Leslie is a strong advocate of technical education and has formed a solid partnership with C.A.L.S through the SAGE Dominica project from 2021, for which he was the lead person for Dominica. Although recently retired, Mr. Leslie responds to the needs of C.A.L.S as best as possible. We now welcome Mr. Roll Leslie.
Thank you very much, Madam Master Ceremony. I will make sure that you do not stand by me. I'll cut short my delivery in righteousness, so you'll not stand by me as an invitation. I am tempted to join the health people to ask you to stand a little, to stretch your legs. If you wish, if you don't wish, fine. Because that's part of health, Sister Nat. Part of health as well. Okay? So, Honorable Pinella Wenham Shepherd, by the way, permitting to recognize these persons in our midst is very essential. Executive Director of C.A.L.S, Sister Anne-Marie Andrews, Father Paul Abimario, I hope I pronounce your name properly, Featured speaker, Mrs. Lancaster Joseph John, Chairman of the Board of Directors of C.A.L.S, my very good friend. When I saw you as the chairman, I smiled. Mr. Michael Walters, that's my people. Board of Directors of C.A.L.S, Sister Nats, I want to emphasize, I know I am emphasizing Sister Nats, Mrs. Natalie Charles. We have in our presence Mr. Edwin Daly. He is a TVET coordinator in the Ministry of Education. I would also recognize generally our instructors and facilitators, proud family members, the media, or whosoever is transferring that information to the media. That's so very important to understand and to know what C.A.L.S is doing in Dominica. And most importantly, to these achievers, those who will be receiving the certificates, ladies and gentlemen, and sometimes we forget our children. They are the future of tomorrow. So children, you are very well welcome. It is a distinct privilege for me to be here today on this momentous occasion to celebrate with you some hard work. And today we are here to recognize and honor the proud achievement of a remarkable group of individuals who have completed a wide range of practical and empowering skills. Your theme, which you can say it's our theme because we are all here present, empowering skills inspired for the future. This captured the skills needed in Dominica and to a great extent the region and the world. Each of you have taken an important step in shaping a brighter future which will have significant impact on shaping the lives of a brighter future for yourself and our communities. For the past weeks, some of you, as I listened to your delivery on the various programs, I realized for the past weeks or months, you have dedicated precious time and energy and application to learning and perfecting your craft. It may be mastering stitches of basic sewing, learning the arts of food preparation and preservation, development of the skill of basic engine repair, development of essential plumbing skills, practicing boarding and grafting, and preserving one of Dominica's culture through the traditional headpiece wear, and you have demonstrated a high level of commitment and perseverance. Being in the technical field, and in particularly agriculture, and at the management of a technical faculty at the Dominica State College for the past 16 years, I'm aware of the mastery of skill takes a lot of time, determination, and effort. We celebrate a few, 46 individuals, 29 are females. I must emphasize again, 29 are females. I thought you would. And 17 of the same gender with me. I realized this was not an easy task. Recall when you wanted to give up and someone motivated you to press forward with it, so you do not give up. It may be a facilitator, a family, a friend, or some other persons within C.A.L.S administration. You are proof that learning has no limits. With the right attitude, skills, practice, and knowledge, anyone can build a better tomorrow. It is appropriate to take a moment to reflect and thank those who made it possible. For sure, the Almighty Father has contributed to your well-being so that you can succeed. He gave you the strength and ability and patience so that you can succeed. Remember, and some of you have well expressed it, remember your instructors and facilitators who shared their expertise with you. The organizers of your program at C.A.L.S, the family and friends who offered encouragement and support, some of your mothers, and somebody had to take care of your little ones for you to be at C.A.L.S. We know all how it works. Based on your theme, Inspired for the Future, I wish to encourage you that you have planted a technical seed. If properly cultivated, can lead you to be the best technician in the future in Dominica. You can use this opportunity to obtain an NVQ, National Vocational Qualification, or a Caribbean Vocational Qualification, which can make you marketable not only in Dominica, but in the region. I wish to really congratulate you. And I said I don't want the master sermon to stand by me, so I'm cutting my speech. I extend heartfelt congratulations to each of you. You have demonstrated that success is not given, it is earned by effort and determination. Tell yourself a bright future is before you, and your new achieved skills is a pillar of becoming an expert. Let me remind you that empowerment begins with education, and education is vital when applied and sharpened. Congratulations once again to our proud graduates of the Skills program. Go forward with confidence, purpose, and pride. Truly, you have empowered yourself for a brighter future. Thank you very much. The thing is, she stood, but not by me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Leslie, for these sound words of motivation. Thank you. It is much appreciated. As we move on, we will now have our featured speaker for this morning. So we will now call on Lancaster Joseph John to address you. Mrs. Lancaster Joseph John has been involved in children and youth development from since she was 15 years. Her passion for motivating and supporting children and youth has driven her career in education, which began as a 19-year-old teacher at St. Andrew's High School. Mrs. Joseph John developed and coordinated children and youth programs for over 25 years in both Dominica and Trinidad, which she's affectionately known as Auntie Casey. She served as a facilitator at Peer Counselor Training Camp sponsored by the UN in St. Vincent, a university lecturer at USC in Trinidad, and as an adjunct lecturer at the Dominica State College. Let's welcome our featured speaker for this morning, Mrs. Lancaster Joseph John.
Good morning, distinguished guests, CALLS leadership and staff, facilitators, instructors, families, friends, and above all, our graduates. It is indeed an honor to be standing here with you on this momentous day. Today, we celebrate achievement, but more than that, we celebrate possibility. You sit here, empowered with skills, strengthened with resilience, and positioned for a bright and meaningful future. You may have a key with you. Anybody have a bunch of keys? Could you please take it out? Thank you. And this bunch of keys will help us as we go through our presentation here this afternoon. Well, this morning. On my own, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I have this with me all the time, and this would be our illustration as we seek to present. How many do you have on yours? You have more than 4? Okay, you have, okay. Okay, it seems some persons have more than me, so based on the timing, we'll stick with 4. 4 things I want to tell you this morning. I want to share with you 4 keys, 4 powerful principles that will help to unlock your future and connect to your theme, empowered with skills, inspired for the future. Key 1, take the first step. Begin where you are. The future opens when you move. Many great Dominican success stories began with people simply looking at the skills they possess and the resources currently available. One shining example of this is Glenworth Cyril. You know him as the cassava man, right? For Glenworth, who grew up in Calibishi, cassava was part of family life. His grandmother planted cassava, his mother planted cassava. So about 10 years ago, he took that familiar cassava, modernized the preparation, and using that flat top grill, he began selling what? Hot, fresh cassava bread, cassava wrap, and you can even get cassava pizza. You know it. He built a thriving business that transformed cassava into a full cultural experience. Creative meals that honor our Kalinago heritage while meeting the needs of today's health-conscious customers. Cassava has indeed gained a new value and appeal. Today, whether you visit him outside of Wischurch or the old market, you will always find a line. And for good reason. His customers know it is worth the wait. Or you can always call him from before, like I do from my office, and tell him, come up and get one of them, and you have it ready there. The Cattleman story reminds us you don't need perfection. You don't need every resource. You don't need the right time. You just need to do what? Make the first step. So here is the command. On the mark, get set. Let's say it together. 2, 3. On your mark, get set. What stops you from moving forward? That's the thing. What keeps us from doing the things that we need to do, or even the things that we want to do? There are times when it feels like we stuck at the get set. The bang goes, the go is there, but we are stuck. So when I look at my own journey, right, there were 5 solid reasons that kept me at get set. Feeling overwhelmed. That happens, right? A lack of focus. Sometimes you feel like you've been lazy, but you need to focus on one thing at a particular point in time. For me, it was also waiting for the perfect time to start. For my children to get older, for me to get married, there is always something that you're waiting to do to get it done. Or when I have more money, feeling like it's already too late. My time has passed. That's for the younger people. Or the big one, the big one, the fear of failure. But here's the truth. I come to say brothers and sisters because I feel so connected with you. The first step is the most powerful step that you will ever take. Even when you are afraid, even when you don't feel ready, even when everything inside of you says, wait. Don't wait for the perfect condition. Don't wait until everything falls in place. Start now with what you have from where you are, and your beginnings will grow into something bigger than you can even imagine. Consider right here in Portsmouth, our very own Luan Gabriel. She didn't begin on a professional track, but kicking off her shoes like most children do, race barefooted. Luan Gabriel trained with Coach Nabi right here in Portsmouth as a sprinter for 4 years. She competed at the 2012 Character Games held in Bermuda, and she ran the under-17 girls 200 meter in 24.35 seconds, beating Jamaica, who came in second, securing Dominica's only gold medal at the Games. She then went on to become the youngest Olympian to represent Dominica at the 2012 London Olympics. She serves as a role model for aspiring athletes. She didn't wait for the perfect track. She didn't wait for the conditions to be right. using what was available led to regional representation and national pride. You do not require perfection at the beginning. All you need is to muster the courage, and let's say it together. On your mark, get set, go. Start with what you have. Do not look at what is missing. Look at what you have. Start where you are. Start small if you need to. But take that first step. Say with me, on your mark, get set, go. So that is key one. Key two, keep learning, developing, and growing. Mahatma Gandhi said, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. End of quote. Learning does not end with a certificate. Develop your skill throughout your lifelong journey. Today we celebrate someone whose story begins that brings that truth to life. That is an attorney at law, Karina David, the founder of KB Quality Sewing Limited. Karina's journey did not begin with a factory or big investor. It began with a mother's love and sacrifice. Over the years, Karina's mother quietly saved for her through an insurance policy. Bit by bit, that policy matured, and it amounted to $13,000. For some, that would be just small change, but for her, that was a seed to a dream. In 2016, she took that money and made a bold decision to invest it in her own sewing business. She began with one skill, one sewing machine. Very soon, we had 2 machines and 2 employees, working in a small space, but driven by determination rather than comfort, so no AC. Her employees kept learning new stitches, new designs, new fabrics, and new ways of managing and meeting people. Today, that little startup business is one of the leading garment factories in Dominica, employing 20 persons and producing uniforms and garments for clients throughout the island. What began as a dream founded by her mother's savings now supports families, it builds skills, and contributes to our local economy. Her work has not only stayed within Dominica borders. KV Quality Sewing Limited produced the culture wear for Miss Dominica, Adisa Burton, when she competed in the Miss OECS 2024, and she won the Best Creative National Wear. This serves as a powerful reminder that local talent can shine on the regional stage. Learning does not end with a certificate. It is a lifelong journey. Karina David began with 1 employee and 1 machine. Her story reminds us today that your skill grows when you keep learning. Small, disciplined savings can become a business that changes lives, and big dreams can grow from very small beginnings. Whatever your field, traditional headpieces, traditional wear, small engine repair, food preparation, commercial food preparation, boarding and grafting, plumbing. Continue to stretch yourself. A growing skill needs a growing future. Turn to your neighbor and say, I will keep climbing. I will keep climbing. I will keep climbing. So let's recap. Number 1, make the first step. Begin where you are. The future opens when you move. Number 2, keep learning, keep growing. Number 3 is equally important. Build good character. John Wooden says, ability may get you to the top, but it takes character to keep you there. End of quote. Your skill may attract the customers, but your character will keep them. Let's reflect on the story behind Big G's pepper sauce, a homegrown-based brand that began simply with, and it rose with honesty, consistency, and quality. You know the pepper sauce, right? He promised, and he started right there in Delices, bottling peppers at home, selling only a few bottles at a time. And he developed a business plan with DYBT, Dominica Youth Business Trust. He promised good quality, delivered on time, treated his customers fairly, and stood by his word. He didn't just rely on fancy tools, he relied on character. People didn't just buy pepper sauce for its taste. Yes, it was great. They bought it because they trusted the person behind it. That trust turned into recognition. Over the years, Big G, led by Grayson John, has received several awards for the dedication and excellence. In 2015, he was honored with the Caribbean Regional Startup Young Entrepreneur Award at the Caribbean Youth Summit. Then in 2016, Big G was awarded both the best quality product and the most innovative product in Dominica at the first ever Buy Dominica Award ceremony. These awards are not just about a delicious pepper sauce. They are a tribute to hard work, integrity, and a deep dedication to quality. So much so that in February this year, Grayson John was honored with the Persistent Entrepreneur Award from the Dominica Youth Business Trust. Let your character be your advertisement. Show up on time. Do quality work. Be honest. Respect others, not just the person in. Respect everyone. Good character turns skill into success. Sometimes awards, recognition, but most importantly, a legacy. And we are down to our last key. I told those sitting next to me that maybe I should skip that part. But it is so important that I will say it again. So thank you, Sister Charles. Believe you belong in the future you desire. Winston Churchill says, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. No Dominican represents this truth more powerfully than Tia Lafo, our first Olympic gold medalist. Her journey was filled with injuries, setbacks, and moments of doubt. I remember the year before when we all were like, how she missed this? And we're like, okay, good job, we will come again. And we all rallying behind her. But she believed in herself. She believed she belonged among the best. Because of that belief and relentless discipline, she didn't just win a medal. She lifted a whole nation. She lifted the whole Caribbean. Graduates, belief is not a feeling. Belief is a decision. Decide today, I deserve success. I deserve opportunity. My future is possible. Let that decision drive you, encourage you. Visualize yourself in the next 10 years, in the next year, in the next 2 years, next month. Visualize the future you desire. Feel it. What does it look like? Create a vision board. One of my friends actually has a vision board on her phone, so that every time she opens her phone, the things that she desires in her life is right there. For me, I place my dream on top of my bed. I look at it every day. Declare it and affirm it. Let us say it like we mean it. I will say it first, but I want you to repeat, but repeat it like you're truly talking to just yourself. I deserve success. Okay, you just repeating after me. You're repeating after me. Do you believe it? Say it like you believe it. I deserve success. I deserve opportunity. My future is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with your skills, your character, and your determination, there is no limit, I say, no limit to how far you can rise. C.A.L.S has equipped you well. C.A.L.S has not simply trained you in a technical skill. They help shape your confidence, your work ethic, your sense of purpose. You were given a chance and you showed up. You tried and you grew. And today, you stand empowered. Dominica needs your talents. Your communities need your creativity. Your families need your strength. And your country, Dominica, needs your contribution. As you leave here today, carry these 4 keys with you. Let me see your keys. Pull up your keys as well. Hold up your keys as well. Carry these keys with you. Every time you hold those keys, remember these. Take the first step. I want you to remember to begin where you are. You have something, you have a skill. So begin. Don't wait. Start. The future opens when you make that first move. Those of you who read your Bible, you know that they had to step out, and then it parted. Step out, and then the Red Sea parted. Step out, and then the river Jordan parted. Take that first move. Take that first step. Number 2, keep learning, keep developing, keep growing. Number 3, don't leave it behind. Build your character. It is a conscious decision. And number 4, believe in your future. See it. Write it down. Say it aloud. Affirm it every day. Believe in that future. Hold these keys close, and you will be guided forward. Nelson Mandela said, "It always seems impossible until it is done." It always seems impossible until it is done. Graduates, you have done it, and you will do even more. Congratulations to each of you. Go forward with courage, purpose, and pride. May God bless your hands and your journey ahead. I thank you.
Let's show appreciation with a round of applause for those powerful words from Mrs. Joseph John. Thank you, Mrs. Joseph John. Graduates, remember the first step and start now. Keep learning, build your character, believe in your future, and remember these key words. Okay, graduates? The moment we have been waiting for, the presentation of the certificate. We invite the chairperson of the Board of Directors of C.A.L.S to please come forward, Mr. Michael Walter, to assist us with the distribution of the certificate. Graduates, when your name is called, kindly come forward. We will start off with the traditional headpiece, started the 8th of August 2024 and ended on the 29th of August 2024. We had 9 trainees: Kerry Brady Prince, Cynthia Prince, Tamisha Cognet Michelle, Alfreda Joan Paul, Gada Bedminster, Felicia Farrell, Matilda Barry Cathy, Gloria McLaurin, Sarah Siman, Boarding and Grafting. For boarding and grafting, we have Hyacinth Paul, MacArthur Tavernier, Peter Nicholas, Don Shillingford, and Alan Tousse. These were the trainees for boarding and grafting, commercial food preparation and service, Sharinia Laville, and Mary Andrews, Matilda Baricati, Cynthia Prince, Israel Augustine Seaman, Cyrilia Francis, Uriel Abel Alfred. So these were the graduates for commercial food preparation and service. For everyday plumbing, which started on the 7th of February 2025 and ended on the 21st of May 2025, we had Jalou Privilo, Liliana Cognet, Joanna Martin, Olivia Daniel, Reginald Verimon, MacArthur Tavernier, Uriel Alfred, Laurel St. York, and Wallace Williams. For small engine repairs, we have Jalou Privilo, Arias Dubois, and Mascler Hippolyte. For traditional wear and sewing, Sarah Seaman, as you can see that Mrs. Seaman is wearing her national wear made by herself. So we are proud of Mrs. Seaman today wearing her national wear made with her own hands. Olivia Daniel, also she's wearing her national wear made by herself. And we are indeed proud of our graduates this morning. And Jalou Privilo. For food preservation, we have Jalou Privilo. Remain here, Jalou. Nella John Baptiste, Cynthia Prince, Stanley Cathy, Olivia Daniel, Gloria McLaurin, and Maria Cabon. Congratulations again to our trainees. Your hard work has paid off. Let's applaud them again. Okay, at this time we will have a brief performance by the members of our sewing group. So let's welcome the members of our sewing group to do a brief performance for us. At this moment, we would like to thank our parliamentary representative, Mrs. Penella Wenham Shepherd, for being present with us here this morning. Your presence means a lot to us. Thank you, Mrs. Wenham Shepherd. Perfect. We are experiencing a little issue with the system, but thank you very much, Mrs. Daniel and Mrs. Seaman, for showcasing the national wear made with your own hands. Thank you very much. To officially express gratitude on behalf of all of us, I now invite Miss Gloria McLaurin, Director of the Board at C.A.L.S and also a trainee, to deliver the vote of thanks. Welcome.
Protocol has been established. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks the end of our training programs in food preservation, traditional wear sewing, small engine repairs, everyday plumbing, commercial food preparation and service, budding and grafting, and traditional headpiece. These courses have equipped us with valuable theoretical and practical skills that will help us better our futures. On behalf of all the participants, some of the board and staff, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our sponsors, Nano Nickel Solidarity Funds, for being the primary sponsor for these courses and for making this opportunity possible. We also extend heartfelt thanks to our facilitators and instructors for their dedication, patience, and guidance throughout the training. To our coordinators and everyone who contributed behind the scenes, we truly appreciate your support. And to my fellow participants, congratulations and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Ms. McLaurin. As we come to the end of today's ceremony, we celebrate not just what has been achieved, but what lies ahead. To our graduates, continue learning, growing, and believing in your potential. Your journey is just beginning. Thank you all for being here. Please enjoy your refreshments and have a wonderful day. God bless you. Before you leave, at the entrance, you will notice that we have some exhibits from our trainees. So please look at the exhibits. I know that some of you would like to buy some goodies. We have preservatives, we have the national wear, we have a variety of stuff. So please participate fully. Thank you.
Hey.